Okay, so you were saying that when you were going through, so you've been doing this for 60 days, Kim, you right here. You've been doing it for 60 days, and you said out of those 60 days, you probably hit the KPIs about 40 to 45 days. And you said in the beginning, you were experiencing a lot of sales resistance from the sellers that you were talking to. So keep talking about that. I guess just pick up from there.
Right. So I was having a whole lot of sales resistance, which is expected because, like, I'm just getting back and I'm making calls, so I'm a whole lot nervous. Um, when your head about so much things because you wondering is you saying the right thing or just a lot of stuff, right? But
So when you were getting that
honestly,
sales,
like,
when you were getting that sales resistance, you said that the sellers were telling you, like when you were
yeah,
reading the
like,
script, you were saying like they felt like they were taking a test because you were asking
yeah, like
questions.
one of the dudes told me like, man, I'm taking a test or something, and it was other people as well that of course they keep saying, "Are you a wholesaler or whatever?" You just want to give me a low ball offer or whatever, and not knowing how to frame up my response, how to handle those objections. But I'm gonna be honest though, like just steady coming into the Discord, for real, having you as a mentor as well, and like when you was telling me, like, look, man, master the first 4 seconds. Like that's when things start to really shift for me when I just said, look, all right, fuck the rest of the phone call. Let me just master the first 4 seconds. Let me make sure I get them to laugh. I'll laugh 3, 4 times if I need to get them to laugh once.
Yeah.
So um just start implementing the small details that's important for early on the phone in a phone call. And honestly, it do even make it easier because like if you mastering the intro, now you on a phone call with them for 20 minutes, you
Yeah.
what's the age of the roof? It's not as bad as it. It could still probably work with you or whatever, just depending on how you still say it and everything like that. And using word tracks helped as well.
When did you notice that? When did you first notice like, okay, I'm getting better at this. I can see I'm getting better at this. When did you first notice that?
It probably was coming up around day 30 or so.
And what was the indicator that made you think that you were getting good at it?
Just mastering the first 4 seconds, answering the phone with enthusiasm, punching them in the mouth with enthusiasm, and taking control of the sale from the jump, setting an expectation, what the call is about, reason why I'm calling. Just hitting the small, the necessaries, and their response to it is actually what let me know, like, okay. And also what I was telling you as well, about like, and not even just when it comes to them to tell them the offer and how you assuming that the offer that you're giving they already want us, they already accepting it, so you pushing the sale forward. Not even just to that degree, but like just talking to them in general or whatever, telling them how you do business or whatever, what you can do for them and all that. Just set it up where you let them know, hey, I got the solutions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because we in the business of helping people. Yeah, it's real estate wholesale, but man, it's shit more about people skills and dealing with people than anything. So
Yeah. And
another thing too that felt like it helped me get that I feel like I started getting better with was when I stopped wasting time trying to run ARV or do all this extracurricular shit before I make a phone call. Look at the property, see what the asking price is, what's the basic details on it, skim through the description, and call them, bro.
yeah.
Get them on the goddamn phone.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? And that's another thing too. When I get them on the phone, in the first 2 to 3 minutes or whatever, when I'm the intro, I'm not even really trying to talk so much about the details of the property as I'm trying to set an expectation of what's going on. I'm trying to make them laugh in that time period and everything and build some rapport before I even get into the house.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. You start to, the more you talk about it, the more like, I start to see it and everybody else starts to like see or is reminded that this is just sales and marketing and got shit to do with real estate. Real estate's the product, but it's like sales and marketing, people skills, how to treat a lead. What would you say is one of the biggest mindset shifts you had? So 60 days, right? And we're gonna talk to Jerome about his journey. What was the biggest mindset shift or eye opener? One thing that you realized during the 60 days?
um,
Something that just changed your perspective. You're just like, man, I never really thought about it like that. Or something that made you think differently, made you change the way you look at life. Like, for example, you were talking about how the laptop thing, right? That's when, was there another moment, or do you want to just talk about that moment again?
I was just gonna say, honestly, it's a few moments I done had with with running your entire business virtually with a laptop and cell phone, like fully seeing like, no, you literally doing everything the business consists of over a laptop and cell phone. That was definitely like a wow moment.
It made you
I
realize
also
that.
had a wow moment.
I was gonna say it made
Sorry.
you. I was gonna say it made you realize that. Okay, I got to be on my laptop at all times because that's what the millionaires do. That's what the people with businesses do. They run their business off laptop. So I got to be. Now your mindset shifted to like I'm about to be on this laptop all day. Like this laptop is the key. This laptop is all I need. Right?
And that's what it was too. Like, now, okay, all I need is a laptop and phone, and I got both of them.
Yeah, so there's no excuse
So
to
it was
be
like,
broke.
okay, I got exactly what I need, you know. It definitely was that. I'm gonna be honest, like I told you, before getting into the Discord, honestly, bro, before getting into the Discord, I didn't even know how much sales was actually involved in wholesaling real estate, bro. So really seeing that, like really getting into it and seeing that sales is a major key, and that because at first listening to people on the phones, and I'm thinking, damn, they just sound good. Like, hey, raw is here. Like, how do I do that? I'm thinking I need to say what they say. And it's not. That's what I was saying. It's like it ain't, and it's another one as well. It ain't even so much as what you say is how you frame what you say and using the right tonality. Because we doing phone sales, so having the right tonality and framing up what it is you need to say in the right way. So that was like, oh yeah, man, this how people close deals consistently.
That's right. That's awesome. That's awesome that yeah. And I just learned the power of framing not that long ago. I think I learned the power of framing, like really, really learned the power of framing while I was out here. Really.
Yeah, and one last thing too was the identity shift. That's something that I knew that this is saying you can't have $1 million dreams or $1 billion dreams and dollar thoughts. You know what I mean? You got high aspirations and everything, but your lifestyle and the way you conduct yourself on a daily is dollars and cents level. I was like, I knew that, but just putting way more emphasis on it, and more importance on
the person you want to become.
there's an identity shift, because like that's what we saying. People that's millionaires, they're not just because they're not at that level because they just accumulated that much money. At that level because they on the interior, they didn't put work on themselves on the internal, and that didn't show itself in other ways, which is one, them having a profitable business.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of time people you'll see they also work out or whatever. You know what I mean? Getting 1% better in every aspect of life. So just put more importance on how do you really view yourself? Like that's really big, especially with this with an entrepreneur journey. So I quit my job and It's all I do. Like I don't have a source that's paying me every week or every month or nothing like that. You know what I mean? This is what I'm depending on. So it's like, and that's another man shift. Like, man,
You sound like
it's a
me,
lot.
son. You sound like me. I be getting like having these thoughts pop up, and I keep going like, but that's good. That's good. And
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
and you did just get your first. You didn't close a deal yet, but you did get an ovation deal signed, which is crazy. All you had to do was add the paragraph to it and just set the expectations, and you just framed it in a way to where, yeah, that's the you're the more you start to just do the process and trust what your mentor says, the more
Yeah.
the faster you'll skip a learning curve, and then the faster you'll be able to have the power of hindsight and oh, that's why he said that. Now I understand. Now I'm about to do it more. But
Mm-hmm.
let's get into Terrell, who's closing his first deal tomorrow. Okay. How long have you
So,
been a student, Jero? Let me see. I could actually check.
I think it's been like a month, maybe a little bit over.
that's motivation right there, man. For sure.
Got too many people in here. I can't even see. Oh, look right here. Yeah, 1 month. You only been here for 1 month, right? It could be like maybe a little bit more, but it's like about 30, 35 days maybe. Um,
Yeah.
and so how many contracts have you got signed in this 30-day period? 30 is maybe
I got
40, maybe.
3 signed, but two like fell through real early.
That's good. So you got three signed or four signed?
3,
Okay.
including the one that I'm disclosing.
Okay. Three contracts signed. Um, damn. Damn.
Congratulations, by the way, bro.
Okay, so what did the 30-day for you look like? How many days do you think you hit the KPIs? And what did it look like getting those three contracts signed? And then how did you find this deal? What was the deal with this? Well, let's start one at a time. What did the 30 days look like as far as productivity, everything?
Um, the 30 days. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. Like calling people every day, not easy. I'm saying, like most days, you're not really gonna want to call people, but you know you got to. Um, I say that the hardest part about it was like you really don't want to talk to these people a lot of time, but trying to fake that you do, and then taking the rejections and keep calling. That's probably I'd say the hardest part is. And then I got this deal off of Zillow. Just around the one I remember she called. I called her and it was listed 110. I got it under contract at 55, which I remember I offered her 65 at first, but then she said yes too easily. I was like, hold up, I can't do 65. You can't say yes on the first try. So I went back down like 10,000. No, I went down like 15,000. She said I can't do 50,000. I said, can you do 55? And I was like, yeah. And then I remember I posted it on Facebook. I probably got 100 people that text me about it. But then like a lot of people go out there and they don't be serious and they'll just literally send you like, hi, is it available? And then stop responding.
Yeah.
So I think what I messed up on was I didn't really vet a lot of the buyers at first. I didn't know it was like I just yeah, I didn't use the script on them as much as I should until the end. So I think that's where I'll do better at next time.
Now, have you been using your Podio?
I have been using my Podio. That's really I see why you say it's a cheat code because I was doing it out of my notes at first, but the Podio just make it so much easier to like find and see.
Yep,
So yeah, I did start using the Podio.
that's good. How many leads do you think you put in your Podio so far?
I remember looking at it yesterday. It's like 9, but I had a lot in my notes. I'm not gonna lie. Until I switched, I did have a lot in my notes, and I need to switch some of those back over.
Yeah, I would go through your notebook and just use the web form to just import the leads. Um, that's good. Using the Podio, got three contracts signed. One of them is closing tomorrow. How much is the deal for?
The deal is for 59,000, so I should make 3K off of it.
3K, that's not bad. 3K, 30 days. Okay. Yeah, we need to double that shit. We need to triple, quadruple, 10x that shit.
Nah, real shit. Real shit.
Yeah, 10x, 30K. 3K. I would say I would honestly suggest if you're in a good situation, if you can do it, I would say all the money you make from wholesale real estate, every single cent should be spent back into wholesale real estate or
Oh, it
saved.
is. It is.
Yeah, like don't spend food, gas, nothing. Like just take that 3K and just put it all into wholesale real estate. There's a few different things that you can do with 3K. I would say that's not enough to really like if you want to, I would say you need at least 3 months of expenses. Uh, let's
Mm.
say that, and that could be at least minimum 5,000. Minimum 5,000. It's like 3 months of expenses at the very minimum. Uh, but yeah, that's good. 3K, 30 days. Um, yeah, you gave good detail. So how was did you talk about what it was like? I think you did the seller and like what the journey was like with the seller and like
Yeah,
what
it
was the
was actually a little
situation?
bit difficult at beginning because it was somebody's daughter trying to help them sell it because they're kind of old. So it was more of like trying to get her to go over there to get them to sign the papers, and they didn't really know how to use like DocuSign or anything like that. So and then I had like they printed some of it out, so it was a few hiccups in there, but you just kind of got to figure it out as you go.
Yeah, that's right. Um, that's good. Yeah, keep importing leads into your CRM. That's hella good. Is there anything else you want to say about the 30 days or wholesale real estate? Was it what you expected? Was it harder than what you expected? Why did you even start wholesale real estate? Do you want to keep getting deals? Do you want to grow in
Um,
business?
I'd probably say I'd probably say it's not as hard as I thought, but I think the calling part is a little bit more annoying than I thought. Like you don't feel like sitting there and calling people all day. Like you don't feel like doing that shit.
Yeah,
Like, and I wouldn't say it's hard. It's just like aggravating. Like
that's
people
right.
be talking to me any kind of way, and just like I be like, you got to put the smile on your face and just keep offering. So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's not hard. It's just, yeah, like you said, annoying is a good word. Frustrating. Yeah, that's true. Shit. All right. I think I'm gonna end this video. Um,
That's how I was feeling about it. Like